Rain falling down tonight, but we're told they will not be closing the roof, so we'll have to make do. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Cleveland Indians and the Toronto Blue Jays. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next. Marcus Stroman, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, remember, guys, he's a young pitcher, still garnering a lot of experience, and he has a lot of upside. If he continues to improve, he's going to be around this league for a very long time. I can't wait to watch him in this one.
In now, Carlos Santana, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Stroman looks in. Here's the 2-1. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through.
Well, hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. First batter of the game, he's all over this pitch and lines it to center field for a leadoff single to get things started.
Jason Kipnis will stand in here with a runner at first to start the inning. Now, I know both of you are more familiar with the art of hitting as opposed to the art of pitching, but on a wet night like this, who do you think this favors?
Well, I think it favors the pitcher. I know they're going to argue, well, the grip, but the ball doesn't carry on wet nights. So if I'm out there, I'm saying, look, pitcher advantage.
He's running towards second, and here's a ball hit in the air, and that'll get down for a base hit. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to first and second here.
And ideally on this play, you'd like to think you could make it up to third, but no sense risking it if you're not sure. So even though he was in motion on the pitch, he's going to wind up holding on at second base. Hey, better to be safe than sorry.
Stepping in now, Francisco Lindor. And now off the glove as Martin can't hang on. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
This inning just keeps getting worse and worse. Now, two men are in scoring position following the pass ball, and still nobody out. They're in a position to maybe make this a big inning.
Slow roller back to the mound. A quick out number one. With that, here's a look at Terry Francona's Tribe starting nine. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, I know these pitchers are going to have to be careful when dealing with Jason Kipnis. He's a catalyst for this offense when his bat is hot. Just needs to keep having good at-bats.
Mike Napoli steps up to the plate with a great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Runners are at second and third with one down. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
Ready now with the payoff pitch. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball four.
Batting fifth, the right fielder.
I almost got him to go around there. The question will be, did he break the plane? And show motion says that's awfully close. I don't know if you can definitely say either way, but he's going to take first base regardless.
Standing in now, Lonnie Chisenhall pulled toward right center field. Pillar's there. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
And at the very least, that's what he's up there hoping to do. And that's hit the ball in the air somewhere. So nice job to pick up that runner from third. Although the other two runners have to stay put now with two away.
At the plate, Yan Gomes. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Nope.
2-1.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in because you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. 3-1. And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, kind of strangely, Holiday has a bit of a reputation for rewarding the high strike. And that can really upset the hitter sometimes because the pitcher isn't usually trying to throw it there. So we'll see if any of that shows up.
And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
That's the second walk he's allowed here in the first inning. And I have a feeling if you ask his manager, he's going to say that that's way too many already. You can't go giving away base runners or you're going to find yourself in a big hole early on.
Jose Ramirez has a great opportunity now to break this game wide open as he comes to the plate with the bases loaded.
Yeah, and sure he's been watching closely here, Matt. Always feels great to get some run support from your guys.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Still 2-2. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And this misses, so it'll set up a big pitch coming up. It's full 3-2.
Now, you can't think corner or perfect pitch here on the mound. This has got to be somewhere near the middle, and you just got to hope you get lucky.
Has to challenge him here. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. Indians forced to settle for 1. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Indians 1 and the Blue Jays coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Corey Kluber gets the starting assignment for the Tribe in this one. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, remember, he's got 5 pitches to work with, so that really makes it difficult for the hitter. He can change speeds, ball moving in and out. Not a lot of fun for the hitters.
Leading off the inning, Ezekiel Carrera, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, this is a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a fastball.
Three-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe 4-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Well, when you're holding on to a 1-run lead, you don't want to start walking guys, especially not the leadoff hitter. He'll kick himself over that one, but he's going to have to put it behind him quick.
Josh Donaldson gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Rips this one to first. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Batting third.
Boy, do you want a wake-up call as an infielder? How about this one? That's just a duck and cover there.
Into the box now, Edwin Encarnacion. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, you're going to get a heavy dose of those sinking fastballs, so you got to look for the ball to get up in the zone. If you swing at anything down, you're going to be rolling over pitches, and it's hard to get a rally started if you're hitting into double plays all day.
So stepping in, Michael Saunders, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And he misses with that one, ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only one away.
Yeah, this is a very uncharacteristic start for him so far. 2 walks here in the early going. Normally he's not going to walk that many guys, so you wonder if maybe something's not quite right out there.
So striding in, Justin Smoke, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Lifted the other way out to left center. Under it is the center fielder. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
And with 1 out and the bases loaded, this isn't the worst thing that could happen to you if you're out there on the mound. They do give up 1 run with the sacrifice fly, but with 2 outs now, they're much closer to avoiding what could have been a huge inning.
In now, Troy Tulowitzki. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swing and a little tapper. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Blue Jays forced to settle for just the 1. Second inning coming up from Toronto, all tied at 1-1. Number 30 settles into the box for his first chance. Stroman steps into the windup, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Chopped foul right at home plate. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. And with that, let's give you a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Rajay Davis steps in now. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
To short, hit hard. Tulowitzki is up with it. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana will stand in. He singled to lead off the ball game and later came around to score the game's first run.
Yeah, they tried to sneak a fastball by him, and he was having none of it. Be interesting to see if they try to go at him again with the hard stuff.
Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
And they know full well the threat that this guy poses. So even down 3-1, I can't imagine he's going to get anything that he can drive right here.
And that is in there at the letters to run it full 3-2.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
And this one misses to Santana, and he'll take that free pass down to first.
Not a real good sign here. Already his third walk of the ball game this early on. And that's a sign to me he may not have brought his A game to the ballpark. He's had to work awfully hard out there so far.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone. And standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Here's the 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball.
Yeah, and on 1 and 2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit.
Yeah, and you know, he just couldn't put him away here with 2 strikes. He goes to the fastball, hoping to get out of the inning, but this is hit pretty hard, and now he's got a second man on base to deal with, 2 away.
Into the box, Francisco Lindor. Good battle. Count remains full. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Lifted in the air to center field. Pilar moves over. And that's the 3rd out. Indians strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd, tied at 1. Russell Martin strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the 2nd inning. And this pitch is taken by Martin as the count moves to 2-1 now. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Chisenhall has it in his tracks. 1 out. With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, one of the great shortstops in the game, especially when you're talking about athleticism, Francisco Lindor. What he does just amazes every time out. We'll get an opportunity to watch him in this one.
Kevin Pilar will get his first opportunity now. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead, now he's on with 1 away.
Devin Travis takes his first shot here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. Runner goes for second. Pitch outside. The throw. Tag from Kipnis, and he's out at second base.
And he waited for his opportunity there, but not going to pan out this time as a good throw nails him at second.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Toronto after this. Mike Napoli is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
Stroman gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. Gets a small piece near the plate. Martin scoops it up. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Yeah, and you know, that's a nice play back there behind the plate. For a big guy, look how quickly he springs to his feet, gets rid of that mask, and then he finds the ball here to make the throw to first to get his man.
Standing in now, Lonnie Chisenhall.
Nope,
and that
that's
misses 2-1. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. Just slicing foul at the very last moment. So close to extra bases. And another foul ball. 2-2 count. Here it comes. And here's a ball hit in the air. Smoke is there for it. 2 gone.
Now batting, catcher, Yan Gomes.
Yan Gomes is into the box. Reached base via the walk in his first appearance. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a miss on the cut fastball. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. After 2.5, it remains a 1-1 ball game. Ezekiel Carrera takes into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
High fly ball out to deep right field. Chisenhall racing back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to straightaway right field as Toronto has taken a 2-1 lead.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
At the plate, Josh Donaldson. He singled his last time up. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit down the third base line, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Again, he sends it out of play. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
Bases are empty here, nobody out. Full count now, 3-2.
Not only do you not want to lose this guy, You got more trouble right there in the on-deck circle.
Shoots this one to first. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Oh, and it makes such a difference when that pitch is up a little bit. It's not a bad pitch, really. It's on the outside corner. But that slider, so much easier to handle when it's belt high or higher. And he's able to just hit it hard the other way.
Stepping in now, Edwin Encarnacion. Now a bullet down the line. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Stepping in, Michael Saunders. He drew a walk his first time up. First and second here with nobody out. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1 and 2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
You know what? I don't know if there's ever a good time for a hit by pitch, but there are definitely some bad times, and that was a bad time right there. Now you load the bases, and you do it for a dangerous hitter as well.
Into the box now, Justin Smoke. And a front foot curveball here that misses down and in for ball 2.
Now the pressure will really start to mount out there. That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
And the pitch on 2-1. Easy there, big fella. 2-2.
You can see where they want to go to try and get him out. A lot of pitches in on the hands in this sequence. They don't want him to be able to extend.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Hit hard to short. And that's through into left, a base hit. 1 run scores. Now a good throw comes into the infield, so that'll force the second runner to hold on over at third base. Troy Tulowitzki will dig in now. The 6th man to bat in the inning with still nobody out.
And it's been sort of a domino effect here in this half inning. Nobody wants to be the first guy to make an out, and so far, nobody has.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. 1 and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fought off at the plate, and will do it again. Swing and a miss, and that's a much needed first out there.
Oh, and that's a good pitch right there. That's just a hard-breaking slider down and away. And you get the hitter to be enticed by that pitch when it's about halfway there. It was looking like it was going to be a fastball on the outer half. Then it just flat disappears on you, and you're left wondering, what happened?
In now, Russell Martin. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. A lot of deep counts for these guys early on.
And the more the better as far as they're concerned. They'd like to get him out of here as quick as they can.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. He's set, and the payoff pitch. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
And you can't really say he's been dominant on the mound. But when he moves his pitches around, that's what makes him so effective. And this at-bat right here, it's a great example of what I'm talking about.
Kevin Pillar steps into the box here in one of the bigger spots in the ballgame so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away.
Yeah, and this is one of those make-or-break moments in a ballgame, Matt. You don't want to let an opportunity like this in the middle innings get away from you.
Action going on now in the Indians bullpen as they have a left-hander up and getting loose. Here comes the payoff pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
But I think the Brain Trust was feeling like they'd give him one more batter to try to get out of this. But once you force in a run, that'd be the end of the line if I were managing this ball club. I'd be shocked if that wasn't his final pitch.
Devin Travis strides forward with the bases juiced now, and a big hit here could really put this one out of reach early on.
Hey, and you ever heard the term smell blood? That means you have to be like a shark and attack when the other guy's bleeding.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases loaded jam. 3 innings complete. Toronto leads this one 4-1. Jose Ramirez is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Stroman's ready. 3-1 pitch on its way. And this will be nowhere close as his control deserts him here. It's a 5-pitch walk.
Oh, boy. Not what you wanted to come back with when your guys just scored you 3 runs in the previous half inning. I mean, you want to at least make these guys earn their way on. Now he's going to need a ground ball.
Number 30 will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. High and deep to straightaway right. Ranging back is Carrera. Gone! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field as it's trimmed to a 4-3 game now.
Well, you can hang part of the blame for this one on the leadoff walk, but I suppose you could also hang some of the blame on the fact that this pitch is right in his wheelhouse. He makes sure he doesn't miss it.
Into the box, Rajai Davis. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
3 runs, 4 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
Well, this is how you got to do it in this league. If you give up a 2-run home run, you got to just move on quickly. He's still upset about it, don't get me wrong, but it's when you dwell on it that you get yourself into more trouble.
Carlos Santana stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. set to deal on 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Waiting his turn on deck next is Jason Kipnis. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a two-base hit.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling two all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Stepping in now, Jason Kipnis to short. Tulowitzki takes it in. Over to Smoke at first, and there are two away.
Now batting.
Francisco Lindor will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first two plate appearances. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Tulowitzki gloves it. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. Indians get a couple of runs here on the strength of this two-run home run. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Indians 3. Ezekiel Carrera is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Yeah, you really can't take anything for granted out there when you're playing in the rain. You got to worry about your footing. You got to worry about raindrops getting in your eyes. You got to make sure you're in the right position. But in the end, he is right there to make the play.
Josh Donaldson steps in. He scored after reaching on a single his last time up. Three and 0 count. Here it comes. And oh, he thought that was ball 4, but it's called a strike. 3-1 now.
That's a borderline strike right there. And I think that he had one step out of the batter's box headed towards first already.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And the count will be full. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Very weakly on the ground. Boy, and slow out of the box that time as he's tagged out quickly.
And this doesn't even seem physically possible. I mean, how can a catcher who's in a crouch 3 feet behind the batter wind up fielding the baseball and tagging the runner all in one motion? I think he just broke the laws of physics out there.
Into the box now, Edwin Encarnacion. And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Yeah, that's pretty clearly a pitch around. They didn't want any part of him. With the bases empty and 2 outs, walk's not the worst thing in the world.
Michael Saunders will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
And even though that runs the count full, you'll at least get the benefit of giving that runner at first a head start here.
Drilled on the ground to short. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Blue Jays held in check, and it remains a 4-3 game. Leading off the inning, Mike Napoli, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Three and one now.
Down by a run, your guys need you on base any way you can get there. Now you got to shrink that strike zone down and not go after anything that's not right there for you.
Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Well, apparently he just got his gas tank refilled during the last half inning, because I'll tell you, he's come out looking as sharp as he has the whole ball game.
Striding into the box, Lonnie Chisenhall. He flew out in his last at-bat. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. And a strike. Threw him a breaking ball that time, 2-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
We're in the 5th inning of a 4-3 ball game here. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Carrera's there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Yan Gomes.
Yan Gomes, ready to take another shot, went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Now this ball is popped up behind the plate for Martin. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tribe. Still down a run, it's 4-3. Justin Smoke comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th. Kluber steps into his windup. Here's the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Some stirring now in the Cleveland bullpen. They'll get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
And I think this rain is definitely complicating matters out there. It's really coming down over the past 5 minutes or so. And, you know, when you're out there blinking and trying to keep the water out of your eyes and the rain's dripping off of your helmet, it's making your grip really slick. It's a tough situation for any hitter to be in, and it's no picnic for the pitcher out there either. But he was the strong one in this case and won this battle.
Standing in now, Troy Tulowitzki. Hot shot to third. On to first, and Tulowitzki grounds out here, 2 away.
The catcher, number 55, Russell
Martin will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. To short, hit hard. Backhanded. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. We're back to Rogers Center following this break. Jose Ramirez steps in here to lead off the 6th as the rain continues to fall here. And now the Blue Jays get a left-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
On the ground to the right side. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, number 30.
Number 30 will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run that was definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Keep in mind now, the longer this at-bat goes, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning out there.
Smoked on the ground left side. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The left fielder, number 20, Rajai Davis.
Rajai Davis will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yeah, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Now a good take here as he misses for a ball, and it's 2-1 now to the Cleveland left fielder.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Down the third baseline. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Throw over to the bag. Runner back safely.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
In now, Carlos Santana. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Stroman comes set. Here's the 2-1. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Now a throw over, and the runner will get back standing.
Keeping him close.
And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him.
Must think something's up.
And there goes Davis. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. One left for the Tribe. They still trail it here 4-3. Kevin Pillar will get us going for the Jays here as they start their half of the 6th. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Push to the right side. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Now batting.
Nice play there.
Second baseman.
Not always easy on a soft liner like that, but he waited, and then he got up there to make the play.
Stepping in now, Devin Travis. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now, 3-2.
And there you see the leadoff man on deck, and you know they'd love to get someone on base when this lineup turns over.
And he misses again, ball 4, and his control is really letting him down now.
Yeah, they went to the slider there on 3-2, and that's a pitch where you're really hoping a hitter will see fastball and swing through it. But it didn't work out that time. He winds up losing him.
Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. Gone after 5 1/3 here, as he never really found his groove in this one. Tommy Hunter will come on now as he inherits a runner at first with already 1 out in the inning.
Tommy Hunter.
Ezekiel Carrera will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. One and two, here it comes. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Well, there's the true definition of a power arm out of the bullpen. He just reared back and said, go ahead, try to hit it. And he blew that 4-seamer right by the guy.
Josh Donaldson ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that 3rd hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
Here it comes on 1-1. A little bouncer. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. 4-3 our score here as we play inning number 6. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Lays off 2-2 now. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Here's a swing, and oh man, way out of here. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and it's now 6-3.
I tell you, that's the perfect storm there. A power pitcher on the mound throwing a hard fastball to a power hitter at the plate. He takes a big swing and squares it perfectly. I mean, that's as long a home run as you're going to see.
Into the box, Edwin Encarnacion. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder has a beat on it. And that ends the inning. Jays strike for a couple as you get another look at the two-run dinger. Last chance coming up for the Tribe. As they've doubled up now, it's 6-3. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. Seventh inning coming up with the Jays out in front as we give you a look at our game summary to this point. Aaron Loup is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Number 62, Aaron Loup.
Leading off the inning, Jason Kipnis, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
3-1, here it is. And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
Yeah, that one hurts. He might be in just to face this one guy, so to come right in and put him on base, that doesn't help the cause at all.
Francisco Lindor will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Nobody out, runner on first. Left side. Donaldson's there to second for one. On to Smoke, gets a double play.
Well, if you want to go by the numbers, somewhere around 37% of leadoff walks come around to score. Now, EK, I know you didn't know that, but that won't be an issue here as he bounces right back and he gets himself the double play.
Standing in now, Mike Napoli. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Changeup, called a strike, and he comes back even at 2-2.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base umpire. It's ball 3 now. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Now batting.
And this is just a great job of protecting him.
Chisenhall.
You can see this pitch is down, it's away. It's a borderline strike if it's in the strike zone at all, yet he just reaches out and slaps it into right field.
In now, Lonnie Chisenhall. Way outside, nearly to the backstop, 2-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. 2 out with the man at first. To 2-2 now. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Yeah, sometimes
Now batting,
after 2 outs,
catcher,
you can let your
Jan
guard down out
Gomes.
there on the mound. But all of a sudden, back-to-back hits have given him a bit of a wake-up call here.
Yan Gomes stands in, trying to make it 3 straight 2-out hits. He's got a runner in scoring position at second.
And you know how good hitting can prove contagious in an inning. Let's see if he can keep it rolling.
The set and the 1-1 pitch. Changeup just off the black, and it's 2-1.
You know what? He's starting to skate on some thin ice here, and sooner or later, he's going to have to challenge him.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, and you know, this home crowd is going to get to drive home happy as their guys come through with a very good win.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody, that's the man who stands out in my book. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question he was a tough out up there. You see the 3 hits, including a home run. Without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show.